for the great podcast with your host, Randy Howell and Jason Peltz. Welcome to another edition of the great podcast with your host, Randy Howell and Jason Peltz, leading you into a day full of rock and roll and bliss and all that is good, my friends. We got a good show for you today. We were going to originally talk about near-death experiences. Jason and I had some coffee this morning. We got to talking about music, and we changed it.
Yeah.
Today is just going to be about music, guys. Well, I'm excited now. I'm more excited about this than the near-death experience topic we were going to have.
For sure.
Yeah. So we were talking, and one story led into another. Brittany Fox comes up. Jason brings up Brittany Fox, and it's Long Way to Love.
Better than Dawkins.
Is that it? Long Way to Love?
Oh, yeah. That's their.
Yeah.
It was their debut single.
Yeah.
But their follow-up was even fucking better.
Even gooder?
Oh, yeah. Even gooder.
Oh, man.
Did you hear Girl School? Or see that video?
Well, who didn't? If you were alive in the 80s, who did not see that video?
It was ridiculous.
Yeah. And the singer for Cinderella sang on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was part of that. Yeah, man.
Actually, a lot of people, what was weird about Brittany Fox is everybody that ended up in the band was backups in like Cinderella, Rat,
other things,
and one other band that I can't remember, but their bass player Billy Childs way better than the bass player in Rat.
Well,
100%.
You know what? I'm not a Rat fan. I think I've said this before.
I like Rat.
I think they're fine if you want to do a commercial. You know,
that round and round Geico commercial was the bomb.
That was funny, dude. That was really
Rats
fun.
In the basement.
Yeah, I just thought it was great. But I when Rat came out, I had a lot of friends that just loved Rat, and I've seen Rat.
Was baller.
Yeah, it's an okay album. It just didn't grab me. I don't know.
That was really good, man.
I know.
Wanted Man.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Did you ever hear Rail?
Yeah.
They won the MTV Basement Award, or what was it, MTV Basement Tapes?
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
And that's how they got, famous. I saw them open for Ted Nugent.
Awful.
They were all right.
I'm not like... Okay, so let's roll back real quick to Brittany Fox.
Okay, yeah.
So,
let's go back.
So, like their debut, "Long Way to Love,"
right?
That was a song that, like, they ended up getting buried in the whole grunge, Guns N' Roses thing.
I think they did. Yeah,
they did because they debuted in '92 or no 1990, the end of '90, and then what happened right after that?
Grunge.
Dun, 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 dun. One thing happened.
Yeah, the Nirvana. Yeah.
And so...
But you know what, though? I was happy because Ultra Mega OK was out from Soundgarden.
No.
And Loud Love, the song Loud Love.
Yeah.
I still rock that song today.
Yeah, it's a great song. But you had a band that obviously had, like, they had a gimmick. Right. We're going to dress up like colonials and name ourselves Brittany Fox because why not? And they had like they had the get-ups and they had the poofy hair.
Oh, yeah.
But their music was just like, it wasn't like super gritty and heavy like Guns N' Roses.
Right.
But there was that raw intensity where the singer sang like he was screaming through broken glass.
I get you. No, I get you, man. And the
bass was balling.
It was there. I loved it. I have a Brittany Fox cassette somewhere in this house. I bet.
I have a couple.
Yeah, it is that opening line dun 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 dun,
and then with the one guitar, and then the other guitar comes in.
Yeah.
And then the bass
during
player,
the punch.
Yeah, and then the bass player's like doo doo doo.
It was great, man. I loved Brittany Fox, dude.
Kicked ass.
I thought they were great, and I fully believe.
I saw them open for Kiss.
You did?
Yeah, it was great.
I don't remember if I've ever seen them. I'm thinking I haven't.
I've seen them a shitload of times.
Oh wow!
Because I love them. I would go like they had an album in like the early 2000s,
right?
And they were playing clubs and stuff, and I would just go.
Wow.
Just to see them.
Where at? Like,
I was working down in God, where was it? Lewiston, and I was I'm sitting there working at Walmart, and we're doing a store, and I'm like, I gotta get some food, right? And Lewiston's a crappy town with nothing.
Idaho.
And Roosters was closed.
Roosters
Roosters Landing.
If Roosters is closed, what are you gonna do?
Roosters is good food, man. But they had a bar, and I'm like, I'm going to the bar, right? Mm-hmm. And I walk in, they're like, oh, it's a $10 cover because we got music. And I was like, oh, God.
Now dinner costs me an extra $10.
Right, and it's going to be country, but it's the only place open, right?
Right.
It's like a Sunday. And, okay, so I sit down. Tracy Guns, L.A. Guns is playing. I'm like, okay, I like Tracy. I like L.A. Guns. They get done. Know who they open for?
I'm going to say Brittany Fox.
Brittany fucking Fox.
Yeah. I'm going to say Brittany Fox. Survey says?
Brittany Fox. And I was like, hell yeah. But their bass player, Billy Childs, is killer.
Is he?
Oh, yeah, it's great.
Good bass player.
Great drummer. I mean, they rock. And it just feel like they got lost in the shuffle, and it sucks.
See, I do too. I feel like, somebody came in. I got an interesting story for you. You ever heard of the band Sweaty Nipples out of Portland?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So these guys, very theatrical, fun band, good musicians, good songwriters, I think, for the most part.
Guar.
No. But I think that's why I like them.
Okay.
It's because they weren't guar. But anyway, these were good guys, and I fell in love with the band. I thought just, what a great group of guys and how fun. The music was great and very energetic. And they put on a show for you. And that we've talked previously about that's what I like,
Yeah.
So these guys, I had a chance to talk to them a few times, and I make that chance happen, right? I'm like,
Right.
I'm not leaving. I'm going to go talk to these guys, And so they were on Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, yeah.
They had a video on there, and Beavis, and I asked one of the guys, I think it was Scotty, the guitar player, man, you guys were on Beavis and Butthead. That's awesome. Why in the fuck did they click you off? He goes, man, we get asked that question a lot. Let me tell you what happened. A guy from Warner Brothers walked into the office of wherever he said with an envelope full of cash and said, these guys, we're not going to have them. We're not going to let them go anymore. Sweaty Nipples are done. We want this band to be da-da-da. And he goes, and that was it. That was how that worked.
It's sad.
And I was like, really? Yep. I'm like, well, I won't click you off. I love you guys, man. Thanks. Thanks, dude, for sticking around. Or whatever man. But I just thought that was my first real look at, what happens, the seedier side of music and all that. And I'm like, I felt like these were my guys.
Yeah.
You don't walk into an office with an envelope full of cash and have them clicked off on Beavis and Butthead. You just don't do it.
Well, I mean, obviously you can do that.
I know.
But
yeah, that was, and I think something probably similar with Brittany Fox and those bands that, and even the band TNT.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it was radio play because everybody's starting to play grunge, like Pearl Jam.
Well, that's what I think happens. Yeah. I think when there's a big shift like that, I think it's because, hey, we want to move to this.
Right.
And right now, this side is, hey, business as usual, cash is flowing, we're doing it, but it's going to take additional.
But they still, they had like yet another album. Their second album was killer. They did a cover of Hair of the Dog.
Oh, wow.
By Nazareth. Oh, my
God.
So good.
I wish we had
Their music is just solid, and they don't have a bad song on an album.
You know what? Let's buy a license. Let's buy an ASCAP license so we can start playing this music without getting sued.
Yeah.
I think it's $250 a year.
$250
a year.
Oh, God, it's almost worth it.
It's $125.
It's almost worth it.
I know, right?
At this point.
And for us to use this music on our podcast, I want to do that. Which might be
that would be cool, man. To do the great podcast Headbangers Ball, where you play a whole song and you're just like, yeah!
We could do something like that. So let's do this. Let's point our listeners, our wonderful listeners, and I am talking to both of you
in Brazil.
Oh yeah, we do. We have a new listener in Brazil, don't we?
Love you, Brazil. You're a great country.
What's the big party they have in Brazil?
Carnival.
Yeah, that's it.
Carnival.
Yeah, I was going to say Carnival, right? Something like that. Anyway, welcome, Brazil, to the great podcast. We love to have you listening to us down in there.
It's a rockin' country. You guys know how to party. Love you.
I wish I knew Spanish. ¿Cómo está?
Stop.
Okay.
They speak Portuguese.
I don't know any Portuguese whatsoever.
Right.
I thought they spoke Brazilian.
They also
it's Spanish.
It's Portuguese, but everybody in other civilized countries speaks 2 languages, unlike our crap hole country.
Nope, that's not true. I speak English and Ebonics. Yes.
Moving on. All right, so you were saying TNT was a great band.
I thought TNT was great too. I thought their musicianship was a little bit more on the intelligent side, right? Like the music was more intelligently written versus Britney Fox. Not to put a damper on either one of them. They're both great. Own albums from both bands, right? So I'm not saying that they're not, good. I just felt like the music was written, maybe a little bit more maturely,
more
right?
cerebral.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, are
but
you
singer,
really rolling back to the video for Girls School, because that video was rad?
Not once did I did not roll back to it. I didn't even bring it up. I was finishing my statement on TNT.
Right, let's go.
About well, we've got 45 minutes left, so we'll get there. But it's the singer for both bands. You could kind of tell that it's like if you didn't take care of that voice, you weren't going to be able to sing those songs when you were 40, 50 years old.
That actually happened with Britney Fox.
Right. I know, right?
They found another guy that was doing that.
Yeah. And there's a lot of guys. Look at even Axl. And he didn't even have a great, technique, but
he couldn't sing.
He can't sing
in his
now.
Prime.
Well,
he couldn't,
but he can't reproduce what he did in his prime.
Well, he couldn't actually do it because 3 other people were doing it with him. And so if those 3 other people aren't doing it with him, he sounds like a dying cat.
There was not. Who were the other people doing
Duff
it with
McKagan,
him? I see what you're saying. So backup vocals, but I'm saying his lead vocals he can't achieve nowadays.
Thank God.
Pick any of his 2021 tours.
I don't want to.
Jungle.
On your knees.
And have you heard the new album?
I don't want to.
Okay.
Is it actually Guns N' Roses, or is it?
Well, it's with Slash and it's Axl and Achmel and
oh God,
who else? And I don't think Sorum is playing drums anymore either. I think someone else is.
He definitely does still play drums
for GNR.
Yeah, because
was the implied statement,
right? Because he's awesome in this band called The Cult.
Yeah. So, but anyway, just look at the 2021 stuff, and I'm like, bro, you got a big comeback tour shows. You need to probably, shapen up a little bit.
Or you know what they could do? This is just me spitballing.
Get a new singer.
Yeah. Name one Mr. Miles Kennedy.
No.
Yes.
No.
When he toured with Slash, he kills GNR songs.
I know, but
straight up.
Not. He does a great job, but people don't go there to a Guns N' Roses concert to see Miles. They go to see.
I would.
They go to see Axl. That's the draw, right? Yes, it is.
Nope.
Yes.
Not for me. It's not.
Well, for everybody else that went, it is because it's not. It's not GNR without Axl, without Slash, without Duff. In my opinion, you got to have the guys there.
Better
now. Can the drummer play after his stroke? I don't know.
Oh, Adler? No, but that's fine. Matt Sorum's a great replacement.
I think so.
And I agree that you have to have Slash, you have to have Duff, you have to have that Dizzy guy, and whatever Joker was playing the keyboards.
Yeah.
I don't even understand.
How do you play the keyboards in Guns N' Roses and not be famous?
Yeah,
who is he? I don't know who the guy is.
Name.
Yeah. No, but look, and I hate this. I hate to slam him and all that, but I really expected more from it when I saw the videos, and I wanted to be excited because I loved, like you said, what killed kind of
great bands.
The great bands was the grunge, but I was a huge fan of Welcome to the Jungle when it came out.
Yeah, me too.
I loved it
until I heard it live, and I was like, oh dear God.
Yep. And I think GNR, I know, I have never seen GNR live. Never.
Sad.
I know, isn't
I've
it?
attempted to a couple of times, and it's been god-awful every time.
Oh, my gosh. There's nothing worse than a terrible concert, but we'll get to that in a minute.
No, check this out. I got a GNR story.
All right.
So GNR got back together, sarcastic air quotes, in the 2000s, and my ex-wife's like, oh, you love Guns N' Roses. I'll get you tickets to see their concert for your birthday.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, cool. And it's at the Knit. Like, why is GNR playing at the Knit?
That doesn't sound right.
Right. And so I walk in, and they're setting up, no opening act. Like, okay, it's fair. It's Guns N' Roses, right? And then a bunch of people I've never seen before in my life and never wish to see again come out on stage, and then looking like...
It's a tribute band?
No. So looking like a bloated tabby cat comes Mr. Bailey, and they play Welcome to the Jungle, and he's like huffing, and I'm feeling bad for him.
All right.
And he's like, welcome to the jungle. We got lots of cake. And no, he didn't say cake, but I was like, oh, dear sweet baby Jesus, get me the fuck out of here.
Wow.
So I'm pissed. I get super drunk at the bar, and we leave. And my ex-wife feels really bad, and she's like, hey, so I just got you tickets to see AFI on your actual birthday. And I was like, thanks. Because AFI is way better than whatever the hell I just saw.
Really?
Yeah, it was
awful.
But I went to AFI.
Yeah.
And I was wearing my T-shirt that says Davey Havoc is prettier than my wife. And he saw it because we were front and center. And he goes, that's not very nice, but I appreciate the compliment.
That's funny. All right, we're going to take a quick break from our sponsor, nwblends.com. Coffee roasted when you order it. We'll be right back, folks. Hey, folks, Randy with The Great Podcast. Hey, I want to tell you about nwblends.com. Coffee roasted when you order it. That's right. It's not roasted until you order it. Notice how it doesn't say coffee roasted weeks or months ago? Dare I say nay. This coffee is roasted when you order it so that you have the freshest coffee available to you today. It's fantastic. Check out any of the single origin coffees or the blended coffees for that great, rich, never bitter flavor from nwblends.com. Guys, as an added bonus, we're putting in a discount code. Use GREAT at the discount code at checkout and receive 15% off your order. You are absolutely going to love this coffee. It's the freshest, best coffee you can get today off the internet. You're absolutely going to love it. You're just gonna. That's all there is to it. nwblends.com. Check it out, guys. You're absolutely going to love it.